Hi, welcome to your practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, we're going to get started right away. If you want to follow along with a playlist, I have a playlist on Spotify that is in the notes for this video. So when we start moving, you can just hit play on that if you'd like to follow along. We're going to start on our backs today. So lay yourself down, get nice and comfortable. If you are comfortable in a Shavasana shape, just let your legs be long, let your arms be down by your side. If your back is bothering you or you'd rather take something soft under your head, you can feel free to pad, to bend the knees, just to get yourself really comfortable there. And once you're settled in, you can let your eyes close. And take a few deep breaths here, feeling the back of the body sinking into the earth. Noticing how as you fill up the lungs with breath, the back of the body kind of presses down into the mat. And when you release the air from the lungs, everything kind of moves back in toward the center. Growing, expanding, creating space with your breath in. Softening, finding some release with your breath out. And as you lie there, I want to read you this quote. It's from Kino McGregor, who's a yoga teacher in the US. It says, "Yoga is personal. Only you can choose to turn your mind inward and experience the deepest truth. No one can walk your path for you. There is a humility that can only be cultivated over years of getting on the mat and putting in the work. There is no substitute for listening to that quiet voice of strength that says, I will stay the course and keep the faith, no matter how long it takes, through good days and bad, with tenacity, focus, patience, sincerity, and joy." So taking this moment to honor where you are in this moment, to honor where you are on your path. Knowing that your practice, that your yoga journey is personal. And honoring the effort and energy that you've taken just to be here, to take this time for yourself. Letting this practice, as she said, be a practice of joy, of focus, of patience, of sincerity. Take a few more deep breaths here. And let your next breath in come in even deeper, really filling up those lungs. As you exhale, open the mouth, find a big sigh. You can start to find some movement in the fingers and the toes here, waking up the body. And giving your head a gentle rock from side to side. Taking your time, letting your knees bend, stepping your feet onto the floor, and softly rolling over onto your right side, curling into a little ball. And taking your time, drawing yourself all the way up to sit. Stretching the legs out in front of you. Sitting up high on the sitting bones, let the left knee bend. Rotating out, place the sole of the left foot into your right inner thigh. Flexing the right foot, let the arms sweep high. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, it's a twist to your right. Right fingers to the mat behind you. Left hand finding the outside of the thigh. Pressing down through those back fingertips, letting the spine grow a little bit taller. And then using the left hand on the thigh to spiral a little bit deeper. Release that twist. Hand over to the left. Planting the left palm, reaching the hips high, sending the right arm back behind you for a stargazer. Now let that right knee bend, placing the sole of the foot onto the mat and coming to sit down on the left heel. If this is not a comfortable seat for you, you can always bring the feet together, sitting on both heels. Sending both arms out wide, big breath in. Taking the right arm under the left arm, weaving the arms together in an eagle shape. Fingertips are getting light, crown of the head is floating. Shoulders and hips getting heavy with your breath out. One more big inhale here. And as you exhale, let the hands release down to the mat. Pressing into the right foot, lifting up and stepping your left foot wide. So you're coming into a straddle fold. And give it a little sway from side to side here. Just starting to bring the weight into the feet. Feeling the softness of the upper body as it gently sways right to left. With your next breath in, turning yourself to the front of the mat, bending the right knee, low lunge. Exhaling, stepping your way back, downward facing dog, right foot meets the left. And give yourself some time to stretch out in this downward facing dog, to wake up the shape, to wiggle, to stretch, to open up. Big breath in and finding some stillness as you breathe out. Observing the breath as it flows through you. With a breath in, it's a plank pose, rolling yourself out long. And as you exhale, it's child's pose, melting your way back, hips to the heels. Walking your hands back, rolling all the way up to sit. Hips to the mat, circling the legs around in front of you. Bring yourself forward so you have some space behind you. Holding on to the backs of your thighs, lifting the spine, big breath in. As you exhale, draw the navel back. Start to walk your hands down your thighs, rolling yourself all the way down onto your back. Take a big stretch, reaching the arms back, heels reaching forward. And as you exhale, softly release that stretch. Bending the right knee, draw the knee in towards your chest. And you can give it a little rock from side to side here. Or make some circles in the hip flexor. Let the arms relax down by your sides. And with a breath in, lightly floating the right foot up toward the sky. No worries if the leg doesn't straighten. Maybe give that leg a little shake out here. And as you exhale, bending the knee, drawing that knee in toward the chest. Again, stretching the leg, pressing the foot up toward the sky. And letting the knee bend, knee toward the chest, exhaling. One more time, sending that right foot high, breathing in. Bend the knee, draw that knee in toward your chest. Left arm out to the side into a big T, palm to the floor. Right hand to the right knee. Drawing the right knee over towards your right armpit, keeping the left hip and the left shoulder blade really heavy on the mat. Bringing the right knee back through center, switching hands, left hand to the knee, right arm to the side, palm open, drawing the knee across the body and looking out over the right shoulder for a twist. Bringing it back through center, knee to the chest, hugging it in. And switching sides, send the right leg out, draw the left knee in toward the chest, and give it a a gentle rock here from side to side, making some circles, finding some fluidity in that hip socket. Arms released down by the sides with an exhale. Breathing in, lightly floating the left foot up toward the sky. You can shake it out a little bit. Breathing in. As you exhale, bend the knee, flex the foot, knee toward the chest. Inhaling, stretching the left foot back up toward the sky. Exhale, knee toward the heart. One more time, send it back up, opening through the back of the left leg. Letting the knee bend, left hand to left knee, right arm out to the side, palm facing down, and drawing the left knee open so the knee is coming in toward the armpit. Keeping the right hip and the right shoulder blade heavy on the mat. Left knee back through center, right hand finds the knee. Draw the knee across the body for a twist. Left arm reaches wide, looking out over the left shoulder. Big breath in. And then again, we're finding a ball on the right side, so curl everything in, little fetal shape. Pressing into the left hand, drawing yourself all the way up to sit. Setting both legs out in front of you again, shaking it out here. Letting the right knee bend this time and rotating out, sole of the foot connecting into the left inner thigh. Left foot flexes, arms reaching high, breathing in and twisting to your left as you breathe out. Left fingers grounding down to lengthen through the spine, belly drawing up, exhaling, deepening the twist. Release that twist, right hand down behind you, lifting up into your stargazer, sending the left arm back, big yawn through the left side. Bending the left knee, placing the sole of the foot on the mat, and coming to sit down on the right heel, or sitting on both heels if that feels better. Sending the arms out, I'll turn to face you, breathing in. This time wrapping the left arm under the right arm, weaving everything together for that eagle shape. Big breath in. Let your shoulders soften, take a big exhale. On your next breath out, let the hands release down to the floor, planting into the left foot, lifting the hips, stepping the right foot wide. Again, finding that straddle forward fold here. This time, taking the fingers under the shoulders, lengthening the spine, breath in. And let yourself fold deeply into that straddle. Letting the head shake out a little bit, releasing any tension. Turning to the front of your mat, left knee bends, finding your low lunge, breath in. And stepping your way all the way back, downward facing dog. Breathing out. It's a plank pose as you breathe in, long spine. Again, child's pose, melting back to your heels, exhaling. Take a look forward, sliding out onto your belly, palms to the earth for a baby cobra, shoulder blades sliding down the back. Traveling back through hands and knees, downward facing dog, exhaling. Right leg reaches high with a big inhale. Footsteps forward between the hands as you exhale. Gently lower the left knee. Point the toes behind you. Planting the left palm, right foot takes a big step to the back of the mat. Right arm reaches to the sky for a supported side plank. I'm going to turn and face you so you can see what we're doing. You can stay here or you can let that right leg float up off the mat. Testing your balance here. And if that right leg lengthened, maybe bring the knee in toward the nose. You can bring your right hand to the knee, drawing everything in, knee to the nose, nose to the knee. And then letting the right foot come behind you, right hand to the top of the ankle, drawing the heel in toward the sitting bone, peeling open through the front of the body. If you caught the foot, gently release it. Hands and knees, both hands to the earth, both knees down. Tucking the toes, big breath in, down dog on your exhale. Plank pose, shoot it out long, inhale, lowering the knees, pointing the toes, bending the elbows, upper body to the mat. Pressing into the palms for another baby cobra, inhaling. Traveling back, downward facing dog on your exhale. With your next breath in, left leg reaches high. Foot steps forward between the hands. Right knee to the mat. Right toes point behind you. Right hand down. Send your left foot to the back of the mat. Left arm reaches to the sky for your supported side plank. Rooting down through that left pinky toe. Now you're welcome to stay here, or you might float that left foot up off of the mat, using the connection to your midline, to your center to find that balance. If you lifted the leg, drawing the left knee in toward the nose, hand can come to the knee, curling in. And then taking the hand to the top of the foot, drawing the left heel back toward the sitting bone and opening up through the front of the body. If you caught that back foot, gently release it. Both hands down, both knees down, coming to all fours. Tucking your toes, breathing in, down dog on your exhale. Big breath in here in your down dog. And with a breath out, start to soften your knees. Give yourself time to walk your feet forward to your hands. Let your knees be soft. Let your upper body hang heavy over the two legs. Breathing in. With an exhale, let the knees bend even more and start to unravel your spine. Rolling all the way up to stand. Feet stepping together, sweeping the arms high for a prayer. Hands find your heart. And releasing your arms by your side, standing tall in your Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms reaching high for your prayer, breathing in, melting forward over the legs as you breathe out. Right foot steps back to a lunge, heart is open, downward facing dog on your exhale. Plank pose, big breath in, straight legs or bent legs, bend the elbows tight by your ribs to lower. Point the toes, Bhujangasana, cobra, downward facing dog, exhaling. Right leg stretches high, breathing in. Foot between the hands. Feel your weight on those 2 feet. Arms reaching to the sky. Finding a high lunge. Breathing in. As you exhale, shifting your weight forward, it's warrior 3 pose. Left leg floating back, heart stretching forward. Feet together, high prayer, reaching it tall. Hands to the heart, exhaling. Send it back up for your prayer. Breath in, diving forward. Breath out. Left foot steps back. Inhaling. Down dog on your exhale. Plank pose. Big breath in. Straight or bent legs lowering to the earth. Point the toes. Let the heart float open. Down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling. Left leg reaches high. Breathing in. Foot between the hands, weight even on the 2 feet, both arms reaching to the sky for your high lunge. Inhaling, exhaling, shifting the weight onto the left foot, right leg floats for your warrior 3 pose. Right hip rotating down toward the mat. Feet together, arms high for your prayer. Hands find your heart, exhaling. Sending it back up, breathing in, melting forward, breathing out. Right foot steps back, inhaling, downward facing dog, exhaling. Plank pose, rolling it out. You can add chaturanga here, or you can lower down to the floor. Pressing down to open the heart, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Right leg high, breathing in. Foot between the hands, breathing out. Pressing into the feet, both arms high. Shifting forward, warrior three. Exhale. Feet together, sweep the arms to the sky. Hands and connect at the heart. Exhale. Send it back up, breathing in. Melting over the legs, breathing out. Left foot steps back, long spine. Down dog on your exhale. Plank pose, breathing in. Chaturanga or to the mat, breathing out. Lifting the heart, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Left leg sweeps to the sky, breath in. Foot between the hands, press into those feet. Sending arms high for your lunge. Virabhadrasana 3, floating to the left foot. Feet together, arms to the sky. Hands to the heart, exhaling. Reaching it back up, breathing in. Melting forward, breathing out. Right foot steps back, big breath. Plank pose, right away, lowering halfway or all the way down. Lifting the heart, breath in. Down dog, on your breath out. Breathing in here. Big exhale. Letting the knees soften. Look forward, step, or hop to your hands. Long spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Melting forward, exhaling. Arms rising for your prayer. Hands through your heart, fold right back over with your breath out. Left foot back, heart is opening. Plank pose, stepping back, lowering half or all the way. Letting the heart float open. Down dog with your exhale. Right away, softening the knees, looking forward, making your way to your hands. Long spine, breathing in. Bowing forward, Uttanasana. Arms float to your prayer. Hands to your heart, Tadasana. Arms by your side. Long spine, long breath. Utkatasana, sitting your way back into your chair pose. Feel your inner thighs spiraling in and back. Tailbone heavy. Spine is long. Melting over the legs, releasing the hands, releasing the head. Long, flat back. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step or hop your way back through your chaturanga or lowering to the mat. Lifting the heart. Down dog on your exhale. Breathing in, right leg reaches to the sky. Stepping the right foot forward, it's Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 pose. Left heel to the mat, both arms high. Left hip is spiraling forward. With an inhale, press into the right foot. Start to lengthen the right leg. Press into the heel, start to lift the right toes. Drawing the elbows in by your sides, palms open, heart lifts, eyes float. As you exhale, rebend the right knee, reach the fingertips forward. Again, lengthening the right leg, lift the toes, draw the elbows in, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the front knee, reach the arms forward. Last time, lifting, everything draws in and up. Bending the right knee, reaching forward. Your left arm lifts you up and around into your warrior 2 pose. You may need to adjust the feet a little bit to find yourself solid here in your warrior 2. Flipping the palms for peaceful, sweeping the right arm to the sky. Cartwheeling the hands down to the floor, stepping right back through plank. Take yourself through your vinyasa. Breathing in, breathing out. Left leg stretches high. Inhaling. Stepping that foot forward for your warrior 1. Both arms stretching toward the sky. Ribs are soft. Tailbone is heavy. As you breathe in, press into the left foot. Lengthen the left leg. Lift the toes, drawing the elbows in. Lifting the heart, lifting the face. And then bending the left knee, reaching the fingertips forward. Again, press into the left foot, lifting and drawing up and in. Exhale, bending the left knee, offering the hands forward. Last time, elbows in, lengthening that left leg. Exhale, reaching out in front of you. Right arm lifts and spirals you up and around, shifting yourself into your warrior two pose. Virabhadrasana 2. Flipping the palms, left arm rises, big breath in. Cartwheeling the hands down to the floor. Stepping your way back through plank, exhaling toward the mat. Heart rising. Down dog, breathing out. Right leg high, inhale. Stepping forward for your warrior one. Sealing down, floating high. Lengthen the right leg, elbows in, front of the body rises. Breath out, bowing, reaching the arms forward. Left arm up and around, warrior two pose. Pressing into the right foot, lengthen the right leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right hand reaching forward. Right hand to the shin. Left arm floating high. Big inhale here. Exhale, softening the right knee. Either elbow to the thigh or fingertips dipping down to the mat. Left arm reaching long over the ear for extended side angle. Both hands to the floor, turning it into a low lunge. Plant your left palm, stacking the right foot on top of your left foot. Right arm reaching to the sky for your side plank. If you need to lower your left knee to the mat for a supported side plank, feel free to take that variation. Exhaling your way into plank, lowering like you. Stretching the heart open. Downward facing dog. Exhaling. Left leg high, breathing in. Stepping forward for that warrior one. Arms float. Pressing into the left foot, drawing the elbows in, heart rises. Reaching your way forward. Exhale. Right arm up and around, shifting into warrior two. Stretching the left leg on a breath in. Triangle pose. Left hip flexor deepens as the right arm floats toward the sky. Exhale, softening the left knee, elbow to the thigh or fingertips to the earth. Right arm reaching long, Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. Both hands to the earth, turning it into a low lunge. Right hand plants, left foot on top of the right foot for your side plank. Grounding down into the right palm, into the right pinky toe, finding even more lift through the left side of the body. Left hand down, let yourself exhale toward the mat. Rising breath in, down dog, breathing out. Let it flow, right leg rises, inhale. Stepping it forward for that warrior one. Breath in, draw everything in and up. Exhale, bending the right knee, reach it forward. Left arm up and around, shifting into warrior two. Right leg lengthens, breath in. Tipping your way forward for your triangle, breath out. One big inhale here. Shifting to side angle, elbow to the thigh or fingertips to the earth. Breathing in. Exhaling, hands to the mat for your side plank, right foot on top. I'm going to turn and face you so you can see what's going on here. You can stay here, or you might lift that right leg, drawing the knee toward the nose, bringing the hand to the knee toward the nose. Maybe you shift and catch the top of the foot with your hand, drawing the right heel back towards your hip. Release, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Walk your right fingertips out in front of you, shifting your weight forward, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Big breath in. Peaceful warrior. Left foot steps back, right arm floats high. Circling the hands down to the floor, walk your hands out in front of you, shifting your way onto your right foot. It's a standing split. Left leg floats high. Nose is melting toward the right knee. As you exhale, start to bend both knees. Draw that left knee in towards your nose. Your hands can come back to that knee and roll yourself all the way up to stand. Rotating out through the left leg. Tree pose. Sole of the left foot connecting to the right inner thigh. Hands connecting at your heart. Feel the sole of the foot and the right thigh drawing inward. And if you want to send the arms to the sky, feel free. Big breath in. Hands to the heart. Paralleling the left knee. Big step back, low lunge. Take an inhale. Stepping right back through your plank. Let yourself flow through your breath, through the shapes, all the way back. Down dog. Last round like this. Left leg high. Inhale. Stepping it forward. Warrior one. Floated high. Drawing the elbows in. Stretching the left leg. Inhale. Bowing forward. Reaching out long. Right arm up and around. Shifting into warrior two. Lengthening the left leg. Breathing in. Triangle pose. Shifting forward. Breathing out. Big breath in here. Open heart. Exhale, bending the left knee. Fingers to the mat or elbow to the earth as the right arm stretches long. Both hands to the mat, turning it into a low lunge. Shifting your weight onto your right hand for Vashisthasana. Side plank, left arm high. You might stay here. You might start to float that left leg. And maybe drawing the knee in toward the nose, nose toward the knee. Shifting your hand onto your left foot or ankle, drawing the heel toward the bum, opening the front of the body. Stepping that foot forward to the top of the mat. Left hand out in front of you, shifting your way onto your left foot. Right arm and right leg float. Half moon pose. Breathing in. Peaceful warrior. Big step back. Left arm to the sky. Hands to the floor. Turn it into a low lunge. Walking the hands out in front of you. Standing split. Right leg floats. Nose melting down toward the left knee. With an exhale, start to soften both knees. Right knee draws in toward the nose, using the hands on the knee to roll yourself all the way up to stand. Tree pose, rotating out. Sole of the right foot finds the left inner thigh. Hands find a prayer at the heart. Finding that connection to your midline. And from there, maybe floating the arms toward the sky. Breathing in. If the arms lifted, let the hands connect at the heart. Right knee parallel, big step back for your low lunge. Inhaling, plank it out. Take it through your vinyasa. Breathing in, breathing out. And a few deep breaths in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling. Softening the knees, looking forward, stepping or hopping to your hands, long spine. Chair pose, sit it back. Keep the knees really soft as the left leg lifts toward the heart. Moving to eagle pose, Garudasana. Left thigh over the right thigh, and if you have space, hooking the toes behind the calf. The arms reach out to the side, just like they did at the very beginning of class. Left arm under the right arm, weaving everything together. And then let the hips reach back as the knees reach forward. Sinking yourself back into that shape. Pressing into the right foot, rising up out of the eagle. Step your left foot behind you, just a step, so the feet are staggered, one forward, one back. Hands coming behind you, either taking a reverse prayer between your shoulder blades or taking your hands to opposite elbows. Big breath in here, spine is long. Exhale, sending the heart forward, sending the sits bones back, reaching out long, and letting yourself melt and fold into your pyramid pose. As you breathe out, gently releasing the hands to the earth. Soften the right knee, step the left foot forward, give it a little shake out. Rising up to a high prayer, breath in, hands to the heart, breath out. Right knee floats to the chest on an inhale. You can stay here, holding onto the knee, or you can take your right peace sign and wrap it around the right big toe. Left arm floats to the sky wherever you are. And if you have that toe, you can send the leg out in front of you. Right shoulder blade drawing back into the socket. Breathing in. As you exhale, you can gently release the foot, arms to the sky, high prayer. Left leg sweeps back behind you, warrior three. Left toes step back and down for a high lunge. Hands connect at your heart and take a twist to your right. Left elbow over the right thigh, heart rising and rotating toward the sky. If you need to lower your left knee to the earth for more support, definitely feel free to take that variation. Breath out, hands down, framing the right foot. Drawing the left knee in, tuck it behind the right ankle. Bring the hips down to the mat. Now take your hands onto that right knee. Lift the knee up and you can uncross the ankle. Take the left hand, cross it over, find the outside of the right pinky toe. Right arm stretches back as the right foot reaches forward. Sitting up high on the sitting bones, long spine, as you gaze back over the right fingertips. And then let the right knee bend, right hand and left hand find the knee. Step the right foot down, step the left foot down, holding on underneath your thighs. Tipping back onto the sitting bones, feet coming up to knee height, or letting the legs extend. Wherever you are, release the arms for Navasana, for your boat pose. Breathing in. As you exhale, lowering just above the mat for your extended half boat pose. Good. As you exhale, rise back up, floating. Crossing your ankles, rolling over your shins, hands to the mat, make your way back through your vinyasa. It's a few deep breaths, finding that downward facing dog. Softening the knees, looking forward, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat, long spine. Chair pose, sink it back. Keep your knees soft, float the right knee towards your chest. Eagle pose, right thigh over the left, hooking the toes behind the calf. Right elbow sliding under the left elbow, weaving those arms together, and then send the hips back, send the knees forward. Keep breathing. Pressing into the left foot, start to rise up and out of it. Unraveling the arms and legs, right foot steps back just slightly. Hands behind the back, however you found them on the first side. Breathing in for length. Breathing out even longer. Reaching forward and reaching back at the same time. And then letting the upper body fold. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Exhale, hands down around your left foot. Right foot comes forward to meet the left foot, soft forward fold. Sweeping the arms high for a prayer. Breath in. Hands to your heart. Breath out. Left knee rises, drawing the knee up and in. You can take your peace sign around your left big toe, or you can stay holding on to the knee, your choice. Right arm reaching toward the sky. And if you have that left toe, sending the leg out in front of you. Left hip and left shoulder blade drawing back, trying to really parallel through the body. Exhale, feet together, both arms high for a prayer. Right leg sweeping back, arms sweeping back, warrior three. Softening the left knee, big step back to a high lunge. Breath in, hands connecting at the heart, and taking a twist to your left. Send the outside of that left thigh into the right elbow. So there's a gentle pressing together of the arm and the leg, finding that resistance. With a breath out, both hands come down, framing the left foot. Right knee draws in, tuck it behind the left ankle, and sending the sitting bones down into the space behind you. Taking both hands onto the left knee, draw it in and up. You can unhook the legs. Right hand crosses over and finds the left pinky toe. Left arm stretches back as the left foot reaches forward. Collarbones widening, feeling the space you're creating in the front of the body. Breathing in. Breathing out, bringing everything back to center. Left foot down, right foot down next to it. Hands down behind you. Breath in, and with an exhale, sweeping the hips high. Big breath in here. And with your exhale, softening the hips to the earth, crossing the ankles, making your way over onto hands and knees, and it's a step or a hop through one last vinyasa. Breathing in. And it's child's pose as you breathe out. A few deep breaths here. Yoga is personal. Only you can choose to turn your mind inward and experience the deepest truth. No one can walk your path for you. Walking your hands back, rolling all the way up to sit. Letting your hips come down to the floor, circling the legs around in front of you, and rolling yourself all the way down onto your back. Arms down by your sides, walking your heels in, so you can almost touch your heels with your fingertips. Big breath in here. As you exhale, pressing down into the feet, pressing down into the hands, scooping the hips up toward the sky. Taking your hands behind your back, interlacing the fingers and walking those shoulder blades in to open the heart. Bridge pose. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to move into a full wheel or Vidyanurasana, releasing the hands, taking the hands down next to the head. And then with an exhale, pressing into the hands and lengthening the arms. Wherever you are, letting the feet really ground down. Finding that connection to the earth. If you're in full wheel, chin draws toward the chest. If you're in bridge, releasing the fingers and take your time to roll down onto your back. Keeping your feet where they are, give your knees a gentle rock right to left. And bringing yourself back through center. Walk your feet wide, so your feet come about as wide as your mat. Let the two knees knock in toward each other. And then take the arms in a big hug around yourself. And just breathing. Letting the eyes close. If that feels good for you, that helps you turn your focus inward. You can release the hug of the arms, walking the feet back together and drawing the knees in towards your chest. On a breath in, sending the legs up to the sky. You can shake them out a little bit here. And then, like an eagle pose, cross the right thigh over the left thigh. So you're hooked at the upper inner thighs. And then let your knees start to bend. So you're hooking one knee over the other. Reaching up with the hands, you might find the outsides of the pinky toes. If that's a little far to reach, maybe you find the shins or the ankles. And then take your time drawing the 2 feet or the 2 legs out and away from each other. See if the 2 shins can both be about at the same level, so one's not much higher than the other. Trying to keep the pelvis heavy. And then let that go. Send the legs back up to the sky. Shake them out a little bit. And moving to the other side, left thigh crosses over the right thigh. Hooking the left knee on top of the right knee as the knees bend. And then reaching up, catching where you can on the feet. Drawing the feet away from each other. You'll probably feel the outsides of the hips, maybe that right hip especially. Breathing into any place of tension, any place of sensation. And letting that go, hugging the 2 knees in towards your heart. You can shake it out a little bit. Breathing in deeply here. And one last time, rolling yourself over onto your right side. And taking your time to come all the way up to sit. Sending both legs to the top of the mat. Sitting up high on the sitting bones, flexing the feet. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, or if your low back is feeling tight, you can always throw a cushion or a blanket underneath the hips for a little bit of extra support there. Sweeping the arms high, big breath in. Exhale, melting out long along the two legs for your Paschimottanasana. Each inhale creating space. Each exhale creating softness. Your next inhale rolls you all the way up to sit. And find a comfortable sitting position for yourself. Feel free to sit up on top of some padding if that helps you free up the hips and knees a little bit. And let your eyes float closed for a few deep breaths. Remembering that only you can walk this path for yourself. That the practice of coming back again and again, that consistency, that's where the magic happens. That's where the yoga happens. And honoring that voice in yourself who draws you back, who says, come back and practice. Come back and be with yourself. You can stay sitting for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you can roll yourself down onto your back for Shavasana. Staying as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for your practice today. Namaste.